everyone, welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. Today we are on number 266, Petal Puffs. 266, so we have less than 100 days left. Can you believe less than 100 days? We've made it this far, folks. So Petal Puffs, this beautiful little square here, which I don't know if the camera's picking it up very well, but on the alternating rows you have these cute little sets of 3 petals. Let's see if I can put this behind, if it will show. Is that going to show you better? There we go. So 3 little half puff petals, and they are so cute, and it's so simple to work. We're just going to make 2 petal puffs, and then we're going to do a row of double crochet, then 2 petal puffs, a row of double crochet, and we're just going to keep going all the way up to the top until we have 6 inches. So you could use as many different colours for this as you like. You could use one colour for your double crochets and a colour for your puff row. You could just change this up however you like. So just grab your things, grab your yarn, grab your hook, grab some scissors, maybe a ruler so you can measure and see how your square's coming on, and maybe a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get started. Okay, so you want to start this pattern with a chain of 26. So 26. And then you are going to do a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4th chain, do a double crochet, and that first chain 3 will count as a double crochet, and then you've got your 2nd double crochet that you've just made, and then you're going to make a double crochet in every chain all the way down, and at the end of this first row you will have 24 double crochets altogether. That's counting that first chain 3 as a double crochet as well. So take your time. Working into the chains can sometimes be a little tricky, so just count your stitches as you go along and make sure that you have 24 at the end. And I will see you when I have 24 stitches. Okay, 24 stitches later. So now we are going to chain 3, and you're going to chain 3 at the start of every row, and that will always count as your first double crochet. So chain 3, and you're going to turn your work over, and then you're going to do a double crochet in the next 6 stitches. So remember, this very first stitch here is where your chain is coming out from, so don't do a stitch there. So go into kind of the 2nd double crochet. So you're going to do 6 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do our puff petals. Okay, so to make your puff petals, you're going to skip 2 stitches along. So we've made our 6 double crochet, then skip the next 2 stitches. In the 3rd stitch you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, pull up a loop so they're the same kind of height, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop. You've now got 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5, yarn over and pull through to close that stitch. So you've got this little tiny sort of loop chain at the top there, and then chain 1, and then we're going to do that again. So yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull up those loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop. You've got 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, yarn over, pull through to close, and chain 1. So you've now got 2 of those small kind of half puffs, and a third time yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull them up at the same height, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop to the same kind of height, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops, and just do a little loop to close. And there is your little puff petal stitch. If I lay that down there, you can probably see it a bit better. You've got these 3 little puffs, nice and cute there. Okay, so we're not doing a chain after the last puff. We are going to, we're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to do 5 double crochets along. So 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so you've skipped 2 stitches and then you've done 5 double crochets, and then we're going to skip 2 more stitches, and in the 3rd stitch we're going to do another one of these petal puffs. So if you remember how we did that, I'll show you again. Oops. Okay, so in the 3rd stitch, yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull through all 5, and yarn over and pull through to close. Chain 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up those loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull. I lost that last set of loops, so let's try that again. I've got 3 there. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up those loops, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, and yarn over, pull through to close. Chain 1, last time, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up those loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up those loops, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, and just do a little loop to close. And there is your next 3 petal puff. And now you're going to skip 2 stitches and do a double crochet in the 3rd stitch, and a double crochet in the top of your chain 3. This is from where we started on the 1st row. So in your top chain, do a double crochet. And there we go. This is your first row of petal puffs completed. Okay, for row 3, we're going to do all double crochets back across our row. Now, to do that, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Remember, that first one is your first double crochet, so we will skip that first stitch there, and then we'll do 1 into the next stitch. And now, when we come to our puff stitches, we will be doing 1 in each chain 1 space, and 1 in each of the top of the puffs. So our first stitch is on the top of this puff, so in the top of there where you did that pull through when you finished it, so 1 there, then 1 in the chain space, 1 in the next puff, 1 in the chain space, and 1 in the puff. And there you go. That's your 5 stitches there, because we had 2 on either side of the, if I can show the camera here, we had 2 on either side and then 1 stitch where we worked into, so we needed to do 5 stitches there, so 1 in each puff and 1 in each of the 2 chain spaces. Okay, and that's as simple as it is. So you're going to work along 1 into each of the next 5 stitches. So go over to this one here. There's a bit of a gap there, but don't worry about that, that's fine. 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then again 1 into your puff stitch, 1 into the chain, 1 into the puff, 1 into the chain, excuse me, and 1 into the puff. That's your 5 there, and then 1 in each of the next double crochets. So all the way to the end. Dun, 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 nearly there. And when we get to this last one, we're going to do it into the top of this chain 3. There we go. 24 double crochets. Looking good, as I always say. Okay, on to row 4. We're going to do some more petal puffs. Okay, so for row 4, we are going to be offsetting these petal puffs. So on alternate rows, you'll have them here, and then you'll have them here. So it'll be sort of here, then here, as we go along. Just offsetting them rather than them being like sort of parallel. Okay, so as usual, chain 3 and turn your work. 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and then you're going to do a double crochet in that next stitch. So remember, skip that first one where the chain comes from and do a double crochet in the next. So basically we're working backwards from how we did on the previous row. So we're going to then do our petals. So we're going to skip 2 stitches into the 3rd stitch. We're going to make that puff. I'll just show you once more. So yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull those loops up so they're the same height. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, yarn over, pull through to close, and chain 1. Yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull those loops up, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 5 loops on that hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Yarn over, pull through to close, and chain 1. Once more, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull those loops up to the same height, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull them up to the same height. You've now got 5 loops, yarn over and pull through all 5. Last one, sometimes tricky. Yarn over, pull through to close. And then you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, and you're going to do a double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So skip 1, skip 2, go into the 3rd, and do 5 double crochets. 1, 2. Would help if I went under the correct loops. 1, 2, there we go. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to skip 2 stitches, and you're going to do another petal, set of petals in the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to leave you to do that puff in the 3rd stitch, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've just done my 2nd petals, and then you are going to skip 2 stitches and double crochet across to the end. So skip 2 stitches, and in the 3rd one do a double crochet and double crochet all the way down to the end of your row. So don't forget, your last stitch on this row will be working into the top of that chain 3. At the end of every row you'll be going into the top of a chain 3, and you'll be starting every row with a chain 3. So work into there and do your last double crochet, and there you go. So you can now see that we've got our petals kind of offset from each other, which is kind of cool and looks good to me. So row 5 is exactly the same as row 3, where you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and you're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch and 1 into the top of each puff, and 1 into each chain space. So puff, chain, puff, and then along, just as you did in this row 3. Okay, and I'll see you when you've done all 24 of your double crochets. And there we go at the end of row 5. So every other row is just a row of plain double crochets, and in between you will have one of these rows with the 2 sets of the puff petals. So the next row you're going to do will be the same as row 2. So you will start with your chain 3 and 6 double crochets, and then you will skip 2 stitches, do your 3 puff stitches, skip 2, do 5, skip 2 puffs, skip 2, 2 double crochet. Okay, and then you'll work back, do your double crochet row, and then you will work the next row of starting with 2, skip 2 puffs, skip 2, 5 double crochet, skip 2 puffs, skip 2, 7 double crochets. So if you need to, you can rewind back to when I did row 2 with you, or because it's such a simple pattern, you could just look at row 2 and see, now what do I need for this next row? So I need to do my chain 3, so this is your chain 3, then I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochet. Okay, so you'll be on this side and you'll just look back here and say, okay, so like I said, chain 3, and then I do the 6 double crochet. So I'll do those, and then I'll look, okay, I'm going to skip 2, do my puff, and then I'm going to skip 2, do those, now look back down, I'm going to do 5, and then I'm going to skip 2, then I'm going to do my puffs in the next, and then do my last 2. So just look back at the row that you need to do, and you should be fine. Just copy it back or rewind the video back nearer to the beginning when I started back at row 2, and then just keep going, alternating until you get up to your 6 inches. If you need 6 inches, when Jamie tested this pattern, she needed 11 rows in total. I haven't actually finished this yet, so I'm going to see how many rows I need, and then I'll tell you how many rows I needed. So just work up to get your size, and I'll see you when I've done the rest of my rows. Okay, so here are my 12 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows. So I am not quite up to 6 inches, so a double crochet row would take me over 6 inches, so I am just going to finish off with a row of single crochet just to make this row straight and complete. So I'm going to do exactly the same as before, and then just finish it off with a row of single crochet, and then I'll show you that in a sec. And there we go, I've done my row of single crochet at the top there, just to make that a straighter edge along there. So I have 12 rows and then my single crochet. I hope you have enjoyed making up this puff petals, and I can't wait to see your photos in the group. our Facebook group. The link to the Facebook group is in the description below, and we'd love to see your photos over there. And as always, if you've got any comments or questions, please leave them below or in the group. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you did and found it useful and helpful, then please click the like button and give us a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.